She's the biggest draw.
It is undeniable that Caitlin Clark is the engine.
Caitlin Clark effect. There has been so much of an influx in attendance, in jersey sales, and viewership, all the things.
That's about star power, narrative, and likability.
Caitlin Clark comes into the WNBA, goes through college. She has panache. She has style.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Why do you like Caitlin?
And she's so good at basketball.
The latest TV ratings are in, and once again, Caitlin Clark is making history. Like clockwork, she's drawing numbers the league has never seen before. It's getting harder for the WNBA or Angel Reese to ignore her impact. And what was that tweet Reese posted after hearing all this?
2.2 million average viewers
tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark and the Fever take on the Liberty.
Peaking at 3.2 million viewers is crazy for the WNBA, even for the Fever.
Became the 6th most watched WNBA regular season or playoff game.
While some people behind the scenes are trying to downplay her influence, the numbers speak for themselves. Clark is pulling in record-breaking viewership like it's part of her daily routine. And when she's not playing, the league doesn't just slow down, it crashes.
It is the highest peak of any game. It is the second highest viewership. Caitlin Clark has picked up an injury after breaking records with both her games on like proper national TV. That would be absolutely ideal. If Caitlin shows up, there's going to be records.
We're talking about empty seats, falling ticket sales, and a league-wide sense of panic.
It's more statistical proof, data, to confirm exactly what we've been saying, that Caitlin Clark is driving this whole ship. Clark is such an overwhelming draw that ticket prices have fallen more than 300% in less than 2 days.
So can someone explain why the WNBA keeps allowing Caitlin Clark to get bumped, bruised, and bullied while she's literally saving their season? If you're riding the Caitlin Clark wave, drop a CC record breaker in the comments. It's time to shine a light on what they don't want you to see. Let's break down the numbers the WNBA hopes you'll ignore. Just days ago, Clark's showdown. With the New York Liberty pulled in an average of 2.22 million viewers on CBS, peaking at an incredible 3.2 million.
WNBA game between the Fever and the Liberty, peaking at 3.2 million viewers. And again, second most viewed game on CBS. This is a crazy situation.
That's not just impressive, it's historic. It's the second most watched game ever on CBS and the 6th highest in combined regular and postseason viewership since 2001. And remember, she's only just getting started in her pro career. She's not just making history, she's casually dominating.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover.
She is the needle mover.
She is the franchise player.
And she was the MVP. She is the main draw.
She wasn't the one who was full sprinting down the court.
Now here's the kicker. The same Fever versus Liberty matchup last year brought in 1.86 million viewers, with a peak of 2.64 million. Even back then, Clark was drawing eyes. But this year, a 500,000 viewer jump, all because of Clark's unstoppable rise.
Liberty versus the Fever last year on CBS did 1.86 million viewers year over year. Same matchup, same time slot, same network. We saw an increase of around 400,000 viewers on the average and an increase of around 600,000 viewers on the peak. From the WNBA, that's a one.
But let's talk comparisons, shall we? The Liberty versus Aces season opener, featuring league stars like Aja Wilson and Brianna Stewart, pulled in 1.3 million viewers. Not bad, but nowhere near what followed. Just a few days later, Caitlin stepped on the court and, boom, an extra million viewers tuned in. You can almost picture Angel Reese side-eyeing the screen like, but what about my double-double?
Caitlin Clark effect has been a net positive for the WNBA and all of its teams. Clark entered the season as a betting favorite to win the 2025 WNBA MVP. She was the lead.
Caitlin doesn't need drama. She doesn't rely on fake rivalries or vague tweets. All she needs is a basketball. She is the headline, the ratings magnet, the one who moves the needle. And she does it across every platform.
Caitlin Clark's games have been on Prime this year. Some of them have been on NBA TV and others have been on CBS and ABC. No matter what, if Caitlin shows up, there's going to be records.
Yet somehow, there are still complaints that Indiana's getting too much attention. Here's a crazy thought. Maybe the team bringing in millions of viewers deserves the spotlight. Imagine that. If Reese wants more screen time, Maybe she should try doing more than just glaring after missed layups. But when Clark isn't in the lineup, that's when things get bleak. Like, someone grab a flashlight, bleak. The moment her injury was announced, the entire league felt the shockwave.
I'm already seeing people saying, I'm taking a break. I'm already seeing people say, I'll be back in a little bit. These numbers are going to go down. The owners are going to walk into those negotiation rooms feeling themselves. Shout out to Beyonce. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling my... Again, they're lucky this is only a rumored 2 to 4 weeks. Because if the news was the season, people would tune out 100%.
Case in point, the Fever versus Mystics game was moved to the 14,000-seat CFG Bank Arena because ticket demand was through the roof. But once Caitlin Clark was ruled out, prices dropped faster than Reese's jump shot, falling from $41 to just $22. That's nearly half. Even then, scalpers struggled to sell the...
There is one thing, no doubt, that's about to happen. The WNBA teams that move their games, this is about to be catastrophic for them. And it's kind of fun.
Then came the real embarrassment. Fever versus Sky on June 7th at Chicago's United Center, a huge 21,000-seat arena. When Clark was healthy, tickets were going for $86. But once it was confirmed she'd sit out, prices crashed to $25. That's a 71% drop. Not just a dip, a full-on Reese stat line when the spotlight hits.
This be the wake-up call the WNBA needs. Caitlin Clark is out for at least 2 weeks. Now, we are going to see what you guys, not just the Indiana Fever, we're going to see what type of numbers this league can churn over without
And it didn't stop there. Even Clark's own team felt the hit. Resale prices for the next 5 Fever games, including 2 at home, plummeted from $137 to $80 after her injury. The only difference? Whether or not Clark was playing.
The tickets had fell 71%. They've dropped off. I mean, I thought 71% was dropping off a map. The WNBA, these games, they're on national TV and some of these large road buildings. How bad it's going to look on TV with all of these empty seats they've moved to. That Caitlin Clark is injured. Oh, the ticket prices for the Fever and Sky game just plummeted to Hades.
The moral of the story? When Caitlin Clark is on the court, the league thrives. When she's not, the league panics. While Angel Reese is out there curating TikTok highlights and tweeting mysterious quotes like, "The records will come to me too," Caitlin Clark is already out here smashing them.
Clark is such an overwhelming draw that ticket prices have fallen more than 300% in less than 2 days.
Fans aren't just watching Caitlin Clark. They're rearranging their lives for her. We're talking full-blown, multi-$1,000 vacations booked just to witness her magic on the court. One family reportedly spent over $3,000. Flights, hotel, game tickets, snacks, the whole 9 yards, only to cancel the entire trip when news broke that Caitlin wouldn't be playing. They didn't resell the tickets. They gave them away and moved their trip to August, hoping she'd be healthy by then. Why? Because they weren't going for the Fever. They were going for Caitlin Clark, the only real show in town.
WNBA is panicking because so many people are selling. People are walking away. Oh, snap. People are disappearing.
The impact of Caitlin Clark on the WNBA being very close to $1 billion this year. Caitlin Clark's landing some massive television ratings.
The league knows it. You could almost hear the panic in the WNBA's marketing team when Clark was ruled out. Suddenly, like clockwork, they started pushing last-minute ticket ads for the exact games she wouldn't be playing in. Strange coincidence, right? They're not doing that for the Phoenix Mercury. They're not scrambling like that for the Seattle Storm. And they're certainly not begging fans to show up for Angel Reese and her 6 missed layups.
It is a mad situation just all around when it comes to Caitlin Clark, because it's very clear that she is way stronger.
Caitlin has always been an underrated athlete. She's the fastest player in the league to me with the ball in her hands. And she was the best guard finishing around the rim last year. She shot a bunch of it, and it's been the whole preseason where it looks to me Like on her deepest shots, she is just getting them off like they're nothing, like they're routine. Because nobody else is shooting from this distance regularly, and she's doing it with a flick of the wrist.
It's like a mini Wall Street crash every time she's not in the lineup. Fans start dumping tickets like they're holding Enron stock in 2001. Prices nosedive, and once-packed arenas turn into echo chambers. The same seats people were fighting over just days earlier suddenly can't be given away. That's not just fandom, it's an economy. Caitlin Clark is the stock market, and when she's benched, the market crashes.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover.
She is the franchise player.
She is the main draw. She is the needle mover.
And she was the MVP.
She wasn't the one who was full sprinting down the court.
So why, in the name of logic, does the WNBA keep allowing their biggest star to get treated like a tackling dummy in a contact sport? They're happy to use Caitlin Clark's face to sell jerseys, fill arenas, and land primetime TV deals. But the moment she's slammed to the floor without a whistle, silence. When she's hacked driving to the rim, nothing. The league disappears faster than Angel Reese's efficiency in the fourth quarter. That's not just neglect. It's the league cashing checks with one hand while turning its back with the other.
You went and kind of swatted at Caitlin. Did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am.
Now let's talk about the part no one wants to say out loud, but everyone sees. While Caitlin Clark is rewriting record books and pulling the WNBA into the mainstream, she's quietly being sabotaged. Not overlooked. Targeted. It's a silent war, played out in media, on social platforms, and sadly, even on the court. Driven by jealousy, insecurity, and double standards, it's all aimed at turning the league's top draw into a controversy. Sports journalist Christine Brennan, respected in women's sports, simply questioned a violent eye poke from DJ Carrington. No wild take, just concern for a player being physically punished. And for that, she was torn apart online, treated like she committed some terrible crime. Her real offense? Defending Caitlin Clark. And what did the WNBA do? Absolutely nothing. Not even a basic statement like, "We're looking into it." They sat back and let one of their own be attacked, without saying a word.
Is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers. We're talking about a preseason game against the Brazil national team drawing 1.2 million views.
Because here's the truth. Standing up for Caitlin Clark doesn't fit their preferred narrative. She's not flashy. She's not playing the influencer game. She's not posting cryptic Instagram captions after a 5-for-8 shooting night, like some others we won't name. Caitlin's game is clean, focused, and everything parents want their kids to admire. And that makes her a threat in a league more focused on storylines than real performance.
Caitlin Clark is becoming the best player, not because she's white, because she's that good. She's having Larry Bird impact. She's been the driving force of the hottest team in the entire league.
Let's talk about security, or the shocking lack of it. Last year, Caitlin Clark faced a credible death threat from a stalker. Let that sink in. And what did the WNBA do? Almost nothing. No public statement, no announced safety protocols, no visible show of league-wide support. Now, she's forced to travel with her own private security team. Imagine if this had happened to one of the league's chosen stars. There would have been press conferences, internal memos, hashtag campaigns, and a flood of media coverage. But for Caitlin, silence.
So it's been hard for me, but adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
This isn't just ignorance. It's hypocrisy in plain sight. The WNBA constantly preaches fairness, equality, and representation. Yet the one woman drawing millions of new fans to the league is the same one they repeatedly overlook, both literally and figuratively. Meanwhile, you've got Angel Reese strutting around as if she is the face of the WNBA, despite a stat line that looks like a roller coaster stuck at rock bottom. She's all flash, no finish, loud online, quiet on the court. Reese is focused on branding. Clark, She's focused on buckets.
Craziest thing is for the WNBA, a game which peaked at 3.2 million viewers, to have 3.2 million viewers watch the worst refereeing performance of all time. Like, the WNBA should at least get some full-time referees.
And then there's the officiating. Take that record-breaking game against the Liberty. 3.24 million viewers. By the way, Clark was getting knocked around like it was an open gym at a prison yard. Elbows, shoves, blatant hacks, and officials looked the other way. Then, to top it off, a phantom foul call flipped the outcome of the game. Fans were furious. The replay told the full story. And yet, the league? Still quiet. How is your most valuable player being treated like a walk-on during a scrimmage interview?
Caitlin Clark is Indiana Fever's leading scorer at over 19 points a game.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Why do you like Caitlin?
And she's so good at basketball.
Caitlin Clark is undeniably the offensive engine.
Because she's that awesome person and she has like a lot of aura, so like...
And don't even get me started on the WNBA's marketing whiplash. When Caitlin Clark is healthy, they squeeze every ounce of value from her. She's front and center on posters, promos, and merchandise. But the moment she's injured, poof, she disappears from the storyline. That is until ticket sales start to tank. Then suddenly it's buy now ads everywhere, as if her shadow might show up for a layup. It's embarrassing. Here's the truth. Caitlin Clark is the reason the WNBA hasn't flatlined. She's the media magnet, the boost behind TV deals. The reason families, dads, kids, casual fans actually care about women's basketball. And instead of guarding that momentum, the league acts like success gives them hives.
Cannot deny the impact that she's made on this sport.
If the WNBA had any real vision, they'd be building around her, elevating her, and protecting her. Instead, they let opponents take cheap shots while others complain about not getting airtime they haven't earned. The jealousy is so thick you could slice it with a crossover.
The league is still resentful of her, it's still jealous of her, and it's still trying to put her in her place and give her nothing, make her earn something that she already earned last year when she put this league on the national map. For the first time ever, it was really, really and truly on the national map.
Clark isn't just stacking up stats, she's exposing the flaws in the system. A system that's happy to cash in on her name, but won't lift a finger to support her. When she's on the court, records fall. When she's out, fans vanish. The league needs to stop pretending she's replaceable. She's not. She's the one keeping everything afloat, with pure skill, heart, and a smile that hasn't faded even after a dozen missed calls. So ask yourself, how long can a league ride a wave without giving credit to the surfer? If you're tired of the hate, the double standards, and the fake praise, drop a CC record breaker in the comments and let the truth be heard. Caitlin Clark carried the WNBA into the national spotlight. Now it's time the league starts carrying her with the respect she's earned. And as for Angel Reese, it's time to leave her in the rear view, like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a beat. Click the video on your screen now, and we'll see you in the next one.